Oh, Jesus. Two down. Two down. Yeah. That's grand. Yes, that's fine. No damage done. Laura me go má. Tóg me am le clia. Agus hí meascán do Ghaeilge agus Béarla agam agus mé teachta níos. English and Irish. English, I was brought up in Dublin, so mostly I was surrounded by the English language.
Gone Béarla, gone crack.
You're the one man, those. So anyway, tá an go mó Chonamara, fuair mé mo chuid Gaeilge ó Chonamara, fuair mé annach chuid do mo chuid Gaeilge nó náit seo. Agus fuair mé rins Gaeilge ó Coigála chomá. This one is from Connemara. This is called Saoní Bhrinneala. Saoní Bhrinneala bailin is céasca déilúar chuine ní óró Saoní Bhrinneala chuis is tóirí nil agus imileam Máisir bóid bhfuir mé go ród nó gailibh ghlacan ní ódas ní hócan in airigéis óró Saoní Bhrinneala tuairt an na lábhí nil agus imileam Ferma hama go Saoní Bhrinneala oh Jesus Máisir báid bhar go Saoní ghlacan náráidí do chóir sem chóir ná fanan siad óró Saoní Bhrinneala chuis is tóirí nil agus imileam Níl falla cho chafuil Saoní Bhrinneala sé chutín dána gan chola gan bhaine le óró Saoní Bhrinneala chuis is tóirí nil agus imileam Farba hama me tá féidir mar first just láir go cheanna neomar óró Saoní Bhrinneala tuairt an na lábhí nil agus imileam Ní éireann bós béile Saoní Bhrinneala bailin is céasca déilúar chuine ní óró Saoní Bhrinneala tuairt an na lábhí nil agus imileam Farma hama me tá féidir mar first just láir go cheanna neomar óró Saoní Bhrinneala Achris is a story nil agus imileam They odel Stop laughing. Stop. No, thank you.
Did anyone here ever walk over in England or another country and they felt they were being discriminated against? Or that happened, yeah? Did it happen, yeah? Well, stop giving out about Nigerians. Will you stop giving out about Nigerians? Cunis, how you wished. A look around your faces. Said your son applied for a council house and got stopped in the back, and the only way he'll get one now is if the colour's black. Well, the reason that you didn't get a house for your son was your son was a bollocks from day numero 1. Foreigners are moving in, well, don't fear in the feet. What's wrong with some colour in the street? A man is talking heart to heart as if he is my friend, but he's not my friend, so let's put that rumour at an end. If I was lying in the street, blood pumping from my head, the same individual would probably leave me there for dead. He says Romanians are after moving in next door, and you should see the way that they left the kitchen floor. Here is a man who got a back claim for 60 grand, and he spent it all on drink when he got it in his hand. Will you stop giving out about Nigerians? Cunis, how you wished. A look around your faces. Said your son applied for a council house and got stabbed in the back, and the only way you get one now is if the colour's black. Well, the reason that you didn't get a house for your son was a bollocks from day numero 1. Foreigners are moving in, well, don't fear in the feet. What's wrong with some colour in the street? Shouting about bananas when the Asian doctor walked past, but you weren't saying that last week when you got your arm put in a cast. He put one in place. You frowned up at his face. Half an hour later, you were grimacing with hate. And Nabakababra Cafe, you frowned in dismay at 2 poor Croatian girls trying to earn a week's pay. Seeing all the foreigners were taking all the jobs, weren't you the one in London on Her Majesty's Bob? Will you stop giving out about Nigerians? Cunis, how you wished. A look around your faces. Said your son applied for a council house and got stabbed in the back, and the only way you get one now is if the colour's black. Well, the reason that you didn't get a house for your son was a bollocks from day numero 1. Foreigners are moving in, but don't fear in the feet. What's wrong with some colour in the street? All right.
Do you know the statue of Our Lady there on Sleigh Head? I was sitting there having a sandwich one day about 12 years ago, having a sandwich and an orange juice, and the bike up against herself there, and just enjoying the day and the calm and the sun and the heat. And next thing, this huge bus comes, vroom. You know, one of these buses that's doing Ireland in 3 days. And the bus stopped right beside me, and one by one they came down on the bus and pointing the camera. And the last poor creator, you know, that she didn't even make it to the ground. She just made it to the bottom step of the bus. And I heard her voice, and she put the camera up to her eyes, and she said, "Where are we, Hilda?" Oh, fucking hell. This is a song I wrote at that time, and I haven't sung it in a long time until today's sound check. You're playing a blinder. Are you all right there, yeah? The day began with a rainbow in the sand as I cycled into Kerry. Cattle grazing on a steep hillside, looked well fed, well balanced, close to the edge. Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on for miles, pedal on. Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on for miles, pedal on. I take a break, close my eyes, and I'm as happy as the dolphin. In a quiet spot, talking to myself, talking about the rain, talking about the rain, all this rain. Whenever I'm alone, I tend to brood, but when I'm out on my bike, it's a different mood. I leave my brain at home, get up in the saddle, no hanging around, I don't diddle-daddle. I work my legs and I pump my thighs, taking the scenery, passing me by the Kerry Mountains or the Wicklow Hills, the antidote to my emotional ills, emotion built upon human toil, nuclear free and it needs no oil. It makes me hot, it makes me hard. I never thought I could have come this far through miles of mountains, valleys, streams. This is the right stuff, filling my dreams, so come on. Go on, get up in your bike. Pedal on for miles, pedal on. Pedal on for miles, pedal on. You are through that bitter wind. I bombed it into Ballyferriter, skin raw like a sushi dinner, and an appetite that would eat the hind leg of the Lamb of God. Even though you know I wouldn't dream of doing such a thing. Settle down for a quiet night to think about what I've been seen and done and wonder. Sometimes I wonder. There's a reason for this, and now is the time to speak of the problem, trouble in my mind. Sick of the traffic, choking our towns, freaking me out, bringing me down. Knock down houses, build more lanes. It once was a problem, but now it's insane. My solution is one that I like. It's muddy, my acoustic motorbike. Get up in your bike. I go on. Get up in your bike. Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on for miles. Pedal on. Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on for miles. Pedal on. The day began with a rainbow in the sand as I cycled into Kerry. Cattle grazing on a steep hillside, but well fed, well balanced, close to the edge. Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on for miles. Pedal on. Pedal on, pedal on, pedal on for miles. Pedal on. Go on. Go on. Get up in your bike. Get up in your bike.
Sing 12 White Horses. Here comes love.
Here comes love when you least expect it. A bit is life if you can't direct it. Start to tremble when you're near her. Always gone just when you need her.
very much.
Whoa, I'm in a cowshed in Kerry.
I'm living in France at the moment. It's quite different over there. I speak French. Never was a man so happy with his own wit. Song called Belle.
She has no one to hold her now, doesn't even know how, or if it's true or isn't true. Mistakes or accidents we choose. Pouring out of my head, I put my trust in love instead. Cannot live with the thought all her words are just drinking talk. Dream of hollow ships and clocks, empty trains that never stop. Love and hate were brothers then, never were they ever friends. She gives me an old photograph and whispers, now don't you laugh. But I loved you then, but love didn't know what I didn't have. Babe, time gets twisted in a ribbon wrapped around her worried fingers. Still I give her all my love, she never seems to get enough. She has no one to hold her now, she doesn't even know how. If it's true or isn't true, mistakes or accidents we choose. Dream of hollow ships and clocks and empty trains that never stop. Love and hate were brothers then, never were they ever friends. She gives me an old photograph, whispers, now don't you laugh. Would have loved you then, but love didn't know what I didn't have. Belle.
I just about had a religious experience today. I had a CD in the car, the first recordings of Fred McDowell, and made down in the Mississippi Delta, like in the late 50s, I think. And I'm driving around the peninsula in the mist, you know, and it's like, whoa. Could you give me a little more bass on this guitar? Thank you. When you get home, baby, right beneath the fuel of your line. When you get home, baby, right beneath the fuel of your line. Consolation, darling. Standing in the back door crying. I left my baby standing, yes I did, in the back door crying. And I never felt so sorry, people, when I said goodbye. Going down by the river, baby, on the ground. Going by the river, baby, way down on the ground. Let the river go to wash my trouble, wash them right on down. Oh, look out now. Come on me, baby. Come on me, right. Come on your daddy. I'll be back to mama night. Yeah, yeah. Baby, don't you want to go? Sweet little light city, sweet home Kokomo. One is two, two and two is four. Come on, baby, Kokomo, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Baby, don't you want to go? Sweet living light city, sweet home Kokomo. Come on me, baby. Come on me, right. Come on your daddy, yeah. I'll be back to spoon my life. Yeah, yeah. Baby, don't you want to go? Sweet living light city. I said, sweet home Kokomo. Thank you.
Okay, so this is a song I wrote about the famine, and I'm gonna sing this for Barnaby. She missed it last night in Dingle. She asked me, did I do it? Heavenly Father, could you hear the prayers I offer you today? Some of the people in the parish have been asking me to pray for them. They have no strength to help themselves. They need help fending for themselves, and we do all we can do, but there's so little that we can do. This is the worst winter I know of, even worse than last. The snow stayed for too long on the ground, and for the second year around now, all across our little island, we gave all our sweat and toil, and still the crops they have all rotted in the soil. And all along the western seaboard they'll wait with open hands for something to feed their children or a ship to foreign lands. But there's nothing here to give them except for chicken feed and sand, while Britannia rules the roost with iron hand. Lord, what can we do now? Oh good Lord, what can we do when we need to feed so many and there's not even for the few? Lord, what can we do now? Lord, what can we do? They are starving, they are freezing, and their clothes have all worn through. Heavenly Father, your people need you more than ever now. It's such a desperate situation that the nation's in. Somehow I can't see many pulling through, 'cause even if we have the food to feed them, many have disease. Lord, I hope you hear our pleas. They are scattered by the roadside, in the towns and in the fields. There's not even food to work for, never mind beg, lend or steal. And if we go by the predictions, with starvation and eviction, some 2 million will be dead before we're through. Still all along the western seaboard they'll wait with open hands for something to feed their children or a ship to foreign lands. But there's nothing here to give them except for chicken feed and sand, while Britannia rules the roost with iron hands. Lord, what can we do now? Oh good Lord, what can we do when we need to feed so many and there's not even for the few? Lord, what can we do now? Lord, what can we do? They are starving, they are freezing, and their clothes have all worn through. They have no one now but you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much for coming out. My name's Gavin, and go straight for it now. The song is called Sunset of Gold. there's one thing I love, it's the sea. And this song kind of, it just, it really describes all the kind of escapism and dreams you'd be having when you'd be sitting by the sea. It's written by a friend of mine called Don Mescal.
Just you and me. We'll sail away to a better place, somewhere miles away that we've never been. Sailing, us with the wind in our hair, the North Star to guide us there, and dreams in our soul. Sailing away to a foreign place, in the beauty of empty space, and sunset gold. We'll sail away from this crazy world, full of sculpted walls and faces of fear. Yeah, we'll find a place with no telephones, no parking zones, the highways are clear. Sailing, us with the wind in our hair, the North Star to guide us there, dreams in our soul. Sailing away to a foreign place, in the beauty of empty space, the sunset gold. We've got a chance if we catch the tide while the moon is high and the world is asleep. But there's no place in this world I would rather be than out on the open sea, and just you and me. Us with the wind in our hair, the North Star to guide us there, dreams in our soul. Sailing away to a foreign place, 'cause it's beautiful. sunset of gold. Sunset of gold. Sunset of gold. Sunset of So we'll find a boat and we'll sail away someday soon. Just you and me. Just you and me. Just you and me. Just you and me. Just you.
Thanks.
Pieces of paper torn in two take flight over town, walking along on my own, feet touching ground. I will always leave the light on for you where love lives, where love lives on. Ring in the gutter, roll along, off on your own. Travel the world, finger to finger, golden gemstone. I will always leave the light on for you where love lives on. Bluebird in the bushes, singing about home, singing about higher places. Flew off with all the pretty color tones, but I remember your song, remember your song. Goes something like this. I will always leave the light
We had this rumour that he'd come down and set up this lovely gig down here. But nobody's actually seen him, you know. Nobody's actually seen him since he left. He disappeared. He disappeared, you know, and so it's good to know that there's truth to the rumour. This is called the Circus Clown.
Circus clown stole the show and left town, creaking like a fault line, brought the house down, left us with nothing to joke about. They can do it for cheaper somewhere else. They send you home and they close the gate. Miller's shut now, your ship out is closed. You got nothing to stay for, nowhere to go, still you can't run away from what's inside. All seems the same when you're looking at it through the sad eyes of yours. Should have had a safety net, but when you're flying high, it's easy to forget that you might have to land and build from regret. It's not easy. Enough now, I'll take the next boat. Leave my friends, my family, these troubles at home. Not fast enough, then I will take the next plane. Tell you nothing but nothing, make me stay, still you can't run away from what's inside. And it all seems the same when you're looking at it through the sad eyes of yours. And it all seems the same when you're looking at it through the sad eyes of yours. Thank you.
This is kind of a strange and weird song I'm going to play for you. I have to warn you up front. It's one called Hawaiian Cowboy. It comes from a guy called Sal K. Bright. And I only can understand about 7 or 8 words in the whole song. It's called Hawaiian Cowboy. nubba lubba on a bucket nubba people bucket lie. A lick up palo on the back of the people. Golo cookie with the eye. Aki a bucket night. Pana hunter who wanna know Hawaii. Aloha Hawaiian cowboy. In my Capuana Rosalani. Rosalani. In my Capuana Rosalani. 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 Oh, hey, hey. San Francisco by the Golden Gate, Aloha Hawaiian cowboy. In my Capuana, Rosalani, Rosalani. In my Capuana, Rosalani, Rosalani, Rosalani. Oh. Aloha Hawaiian cowboy. In my Rosalani, Rosalani, Rosalani. In my Rosalani, Rosalani, Rosalani. Oh, tell me what. All right, little Hawaiian cowboy. Thanks, everybody.
This is a man who was playing down in Galway not too long ago. This isn't him, this is a song by him. Well, I don't wanna know about evil, only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know about evil, only wanna know about love. Sometimes it gets so hard to listen, hard for us to use our eyes, and all around the gold is glistening, making sure it keeps us hypnotized. don't wanna know about evil. Only wanna know about love. I don't wanna know nothing about evil. Only wanna know about love. Only wanna know about love. Only wanna know about Thank you very much. And good night. It's the major problem. You finish and thank you very much. Where do you go? Like, where can you go?
Today I went flying, my favorite patch of sky. I circled and I circled above the world so high. And I thought to myself, what a lovely, lovely thing to be up here in the clouds, to be flying right out loud on little wings, little wings, little wings, little wings. And then I met a 747, then he knocked me right out of the sky. Oh, and then he landed down beside me. Oh, and then he looked me in the eye. He said, I don't know why you even bother. I don't know why you even try. I don't know where you hope to get to. I don't know how you hope to fly on those little wings, little wings, little wings, little wings. Now I don't want to be a jet airliner. I just want to be a little bird. I don't want to rip the skies wide open. I just want my song to be heard. And I don't want to be state of the art. No, I don't want to get there overnight. Just want to be part of all this beauty. Want to be part of all this flight on little wings, little wings, little wings, little never be a flea in your circus, never be a prop up on your stage. I'll never be one more little songbird try to keep inside that cage. And you're never gonna tell me where to fly now, never gonna tell me what to sing. If I end up lost and all alone, at least I know I got there on my own. To little wings, little wings, little wings, little wings, yeah, I got little wings, I got little wings, I can fly on little wings, I can. Oh, I guess that you reap what you sow. Guess it gets lonely at the top. I guess it gets harder and harder. Ever really know just when to stop?
Thing called love. This first one's this is a pathetic little ditty, really. It's about a sad-eyed loser. And so. This is called Get a Better One.
Let me tell you about Linda Lou. She had a big head, she slept with a hat on. She had a big butt too. She kept me whole with a big heart. She went away. I fell apart, I'm all alone. I'm on my own. Let me tell you about Billie Jean. She had a filthy mind. She worked at the car wash, but she could not come clean. Long as I live, I'm gonna love her to death. And she said she'd be back. I don't hold my breath. I'm all alone. I'm on my own. I don't know why they get a look in their eye and they leave me. They think I don't know what's going on, but believe me, I know they're gone. Let me tell you about Betty Ray. She told me she needed a man. Money's nothing, but that's all she'd say. I couldn't get her to say I do. Now she's gone. The money too. I'm all alone. On my own. I'm gonna find me a better one. One with one name who comes when I call her. We'll have a lot of fun. Be glad to see me when I get home. She'll wag her tail when I bring her bones. I ain't alone. Never on my own. We're gonna sit together in the evening. We'll stick together, we'll never think about leaving.
There's a song called Letter to America. Across the prairie and rescue cowboys from the hordes. Now you're carpet bombing Baghdad, and we don't trust you anymore. They read the sports pages in Richmond. They watch the news on Fox TV. They're told they're fighting Al-Qaeda. They're gonna bomb the whole world free. Where are you now, bold Davy Crockett? Where are you now, brave Superman? Your honor and your glory. We need some help to understand. As I was driving through Virginia, I heard this battle cry for war. We love and trust our great white leader. Well, I don't trust him anymore. And now you've conquered the Iraqis. What border are you marching for? North Korea or Saudi Arabia? 'Cause we don't trust you anymore. Where are you now, bold Davy Crockett? Where are you now, brave Superman? We need your honor and your glory. We need some help to understand. Hold no love for cruel dictators. I don't espouse the terrorist cause, but do not lie to all the innocents, 'cause they don't recognize your laws. You used to fight those commie bastards, but you got lost in Vietnam. You say you seek a safer future. Well, you found your way, you found Saddam. Where are you now, bold Davy Crockett? Where are you now, brave Superman? We need your honor and your glory. We need some help to understand. We need some help to understand. We need some help to understand.
Okay, I'm going to try something. On Blian O'Hin, vi the legendary Sean O'Spillane on telephone. Agus vi sé ag lauert lumsa go raibh sé a radio na Gaeltachta gach dawnach ihe agus bhá leis ó mise árán as Gaelga má sé do thuile. Agus dúirt me níl éon árán as Gaelga agam. Agus dúirt sé, well, go and feckin' learn one. So it's only 25 minutes long. A Father Aspel an vacatum gragial O con agus o cono Chonig me baule a chesa gangorda O con agus o cono Ke an farvrashin crown na pasha O con agus o cono Anenach na nientu dawa kawarin O con agus o cono Anishin an makin a huile in octuara O con agus o cono Anishin an makin a rogun san stabla O con agus o cono Anishin an makin Adam per metri roiha O con agus o cono Avec in vuernach ta de vel is de ronin garha O con agus o cono Cuir a tarni muela Trina cosa goslava Ochon agus ochono Cuiru antala Trina vrolo calling Ochon agus ochono Mushesh the wahir agus nabi krata Okon agus okono Tam nama quinta lavra fosawarin Okon agus okono
Oh, Pedro. Yeah, I wanted, yeah. We were going to thank him on a personal level later by getting a poker game going and taking all of his money, fleecing him, basically. Speaking of fleece, I'd like to thank the big ornery sheep that didn't knock me over the cliff today. That was very nice as well. I've met some very nice people. Some are very, very, very nice people. Boy, you meet the nicest people in your dreams. That's funny, but that's true. That's where I first met you. And you're the nicest, paradisest thing I ever knew. And I have searched this universe over, from a Waganack Sack to Dover. Now that we have met, how sweet it seems. I love you more the more I know you well. It only goes to show you that you meet the nicest people in your dreams. Search this universe over, from Waganack Sack to Dover. Good, he says thanks. Now that we have met our sweetest things, I love you more the more I know you more. It only goes to show you meet the nicest people in your dreams. Oh, you meet the nicest people in your dreams. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.